recession. Jack, we talk about a recession. I mean, see, first you got racism, then you got recession. I want to talk about the recession first. I get calls by at least 10 outlets this week, big newspapers. We all know what's fake news and all these, and they call me up and they're going, yeah, the president says the recession is just a scare tactic, for political reasons. I said, do you agree with him? 100% I agree with him. Are you kidding? We're in a revival. We're in the best times ever. The consumer confidence is at an all-time high. Unemployment at an all-time low. Black unemployment all-time low. I look around. When I came out of addiction, I looked around me and all my friends were unemployed. You got a president giving money to an evil empire, and you got this thing called ISIS. You got all these things going on that were horrible. And now I look around me and it's all changed. And I'm going, and things, you got these great things going on. You want to talk about some fake recession? Then one of the papers said, well, there was one in it's a cycle. One was in 2008 and 2001. And I said, well, let's see. Silicon Valley got too big for their britches in 2000, 2001. And then 2008, you had a bunch of corruptness combining house mortgages. I said, this amazing times we're in is because of great things that are going on, not because of any hidden things or whatever. These are real things that real people are out there working, and they're out there. They have jobs, and they're making money, and their entrepreneurs are taking chances again. They're taking chances because they have a safety net. They can go back and they can get a high-paying job now, but they're taking chances on service business as entrepreneur. I see it all around me. My employees, we go, you know what? You guys want to go go out there and try something. They can come back. There's jobs. There's jobs everywhere now. And then to sit there and throw this recession thing at us, it is shameful, Jack. What do you think of that?
I can't agree more. I mean, they start talking about the inverted yield curve. Well, yes, the yield curve has inverted, but it's inverted in a time when we have, like you said, historically low unemployment. You look at the other countries around us. You go to a country that has traditionally been strong like Germany, they're paying you negative yield. If you put $1 into a German bond right now, it's worth 99 cents. That you got to pay them to put your money there. And you got a place like America. And President Trump's right to keep going after the Fed. People got to understand. I have a business degree, so I understand how the economy works. And you gotta realize that the Federal Reserve has slowed down our GDP growth in this country. If you look across the board, every other country is at even or negative rates, and he's kept these rates up so long that we would have had 3%, 4%, 5% GDP growth in some of these past quarters. Right. We're still growing at over 2%.
Right.
Even if you look 3, 4, 5 years ago, we were barely ever hitting 2% plus GDP growth. And so, like you talked about consumer confidence, you look at the unemployment numbers. The report came out last month and showed you that you even look at kids 16 to 19 years old, we have the lowest unemployment, I think, almost in probably 60 years for young adults. And so all these positive things happening in our economy.
And then they got to slam us with this fake narrative. And,
fake news.
And I just seen today the stock market went down again. You know what? Let me just tell you about that. Both parties want to do these tariffs with China. I'm a businessman. We have to come out this other side. I don't, when this manifests out, you're going to look back and say he is a hero again, because that's come. Both sides agree on that. I mean, we have to do. We would have been, if he wouldn't have started those tariffs, if he would not have started that with China, we would have been done as an economy, as a country. I know this as a businessman. And I'll tell you what, that market's going to rebound, because you know what? We can't, it'll rebound everything. You can't stop. You look around you. Turn off the fake news for a day and then just look around and see how everybody's happy working and going great. I like when Secretary Carson came out, he said, I said, wow, there's amazing things you're doing. He says, well, it's good news. That's why you don't hear about it.
That's why you don't hear about it.
My whole platform, I'm going to use my platform to bring the news and bring it to the people of the great things this president is doing, the administration, and every other things that they're trying to hold down and give us. They're not only giving us, holding down the good news, they're giving us fake news of, there's a recession. You know what? We finally, as a people, as all of us, We don't have to live in fear. We need to live with hope. The opposite of fear is hope. Right. You got to have hope. And you know, there is hope in this country, and that is where we're going. It doesn't matter if you don't like the president or not. He's our hope. Come on, look around you. Give me a break. It's common sense. How did we get there? Gee, it just fell on the street. I mean, come on, the jobs didn't fall. He brought all the jobs back. Everything's going great. And you know yourself, the other narrative. What did they do when they didn't have the Russia? Then it's racism and recession. You brought up the racism before. I mean, tell us again. I want to hear that again before we go to break. I want to hear for Black America. What has he done? What has changed?
What has changed? So he took the Democratic policies of mass incarceration. I got to say this too. Democratic Party is the party of slavery, Jim Crow. Mass incarceration, Donald Trump ended that and has released more African Americans from federal prison than any president in history. In addition to that, you know, he attacked the disease that affects African Americans at 4 to 5 to 1 more than any other race, and that's AIDS and HIV. And he's put almost $300 million into ending that by 2030. President Trump is also giving more money to historical Black colleges and universities than any president in the history of America. That is attacking education for the people that need it the most in America. President Trump has also come in. Obviously, you look at the jobs, but he's taken more people off of welfare and put them into work. Over 3 million Black people have gone off of welfare and now are working. And look at the data, look at the facts, and tell me that this man is racist. These are not racist policies.
And then you met him personally, so nobody can tell you that now. You met him 3-4 weeks ago.
And you know what? And you know, I prayed on it, and that's why I'm so out front with it now, Mike. It's hard to talk when you haven't met somebody, looked them in their eye, and spent time.
It brings to a whole new level. It brings to a whole new level. That's what happened to me, and then I went all in. We're going to come back from break here, and we're going to talk about some more great things the president's done with General Bob Dees, who he's going to talk to you about all the stuff of why a guy like me that can fulfill the American dream. And I'm here on America First, filling in for Sebastian Gorka on the ReliefFactor.com studios.